I can't hear you.
I'm not gonna do all that.
I can't hear you.
What were you, specialist or something?
Sergeant.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Yeah, as you were there, guy. All right.
Yeah, you and like Command Sergeant Major
We're
Walsh
like
are
basically
like
the same. Yeah.
same shit.
You know what? I should get a coin.
You should.
Thank you guys for coming back to the MattCast podcast. I am Matty Light, joined by my co-host, Matty Heavy. And we are back for an earlier episode, so we're not tired or anything. We both had, a great day of being off, or I got off early today just because of the rain and we didn't have a whole lot of work to do anyways.
Yeah,
So
today's like the last day that I could really kind of invest
yeah.
into the season of Halloween.
hmm
So, and it's like honestly a pretty good day for it. It's been
Yeah.
raining all day. It's been kind of like those days where you just
Yeah.
want to sit inside and do
Yeah. And
blah
we
blah.
I came home and he'd put on this dude who completed 100%ed all of Star Wars Legos in under 24 hours. And me and him just kind of like, we both had the same idea. We talked about it like, as soon as I get home, we're going to get in the recording. That was on, and we just immediately like,
I literally just threw it on just to like. I was like, it just. I was watching another YouTube video and I was like, oh, he's probably gonna just take a minute. Like I'm just gonna
yeah.
throw this on, and then
Well, and I did like the full dad thing where
just
like I
yeah.
came into the room and just
Can we
stood off in the corner.
can we shout that guy out? What was his name? Like Frog something?
But yeah, like he literally like was watching and I did the whole dad thing like, what's this we got
And
going on here?
he's got a solid.
I didn't sit down until like the last 2 minutes of the video too.
I'm dumb. I just typed in Frog.
Just type in Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I'm typed in 100. So,
Great video to watch. Great humor.
yeah.
I said, "Wow, he's the best."
This is him.
It's
Great content. Fucking loves this guy. I've only seen 2 of his videos.
Frog of Christ.
I think it's Frog Archist.
Archist. Okay. I couldn't read it from there, but
I'm not a good reader.
yeah. And then we sat through and watched Indiana Jones while I was eating lunch.
Yeah.
But great videos. I said, "Wow." But yeah,
Super.
For football this week and just sports in general, we watched the tail end of UFC after the Nebraska game.
Yeah.
Matt did not have a good Saturday.
Dude, that was tough. My whole day Saturday, like I went, it just was a steady loss of like ones that we could win.
Yeah.
And I predicted everything. We'll go into the Husker game a little bit later on. It's a game we could have won, should have won. I'm not gonna be here spouting that like, oh, the refs did X, Y, and this, and that's prevented us because like we had all the other opportunities in the world to still go out there and win.
Yeah.
It made it harder. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and say that wasn't a factor, especially in some of the areas. So going from there, and then I was calling the UFC perfectly. I was like, hey, for Robert Whitaker, if we get out of this first round, we're gonna be golden.
Yeah.
Didn't get out of the first round. He got submitted and his jaw like shattered.
Yeah.
Which was scary as fuck to see from a face prank. And then Max Holloway, he couldn't, just keep volume striking. Just get off the fence, just stay in the center of the octagon, and as soon as he got close to the fence, what happened?
Got knocked.
Got knocked out. So
stumbled, chased, and then knocked.
That, and then my beer pong partner just refused to show up.
Yeah.
On the crucial moments.
That was on. Well, we did win one game. That was
out of 4
3.
or 5.
3.
No, we lost the first 3 games of the night.
Okay, well, 1 out of 4 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that one I did come in.
I think we won 2. I think we won 2 and 4, 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
Yeah. For at least for our standards.
Punch a hole in the wall.
Door.
Sorry, the door. Sorry, yeah. Like, everyone keeps saying wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what were you dressed up as?
I was an early 2000s douchebag. Do you want a photo? Like,
no.
I didn't know if you wanted me to or if they wanted us to insert a photo.
Yeah, we can plop it in there.
Yeah. I maybe went into character for the Halloween. We did a Halloween party.
Yeah.
I think I went in a little too much into my character.
Yeah,
The booze wasn't helping. I don't remember everything I drank, but
a lot of grog.
I had a lot of grog, which
Yeah,
was amazing. It was
amazing.
so
We
good.
mixed that so well,
That
but it
was
was too
perfect.
good.
I had a lot of grog. I had a full bottle of soju. That's what I started my night with. I shotgunned.
2 beers.
So I did
You did one off the
one off the.
the
I had
wrist
like a
cuff.
little wrist, spiky wrist gauntlet. I did one off of there, which sucks because I thought it would like rip it open. It
Yeah,
just made a perfect hole. Like, so it was just like. So I was sitting there like I was sitting there forever like. So that and then
yeah.
we did a shotgun
Before our first match,
before. Yeah, and then I thought I did another shotgun.
if you did, I wasn't there for it.
No, I think I only did the two then.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I did one. Yeah, so I think I
yeah.
only did the two, and then I had X amount of beers, and your friend Ryan brought like not tall boys, but like
16 ounces of Bush.
Bush. So
Yeah,
yeah, I was having a great
yeah.
time.
We were
Especially
having a
that was a
great.
good way to break
Yeah,
the sober October. That was like the
yeah,
finale for me. So that was a good way to get
yeah,
back into it. Woke up awful, just
yeah,
absolutely dead. I remember. I think I woke up at like 1:30 in the afternoon to a phone call from my mom because I left
yeah,
my dog over at their place and which was the move
yeah,
because if she was here, I would have been up at like 8 in the morning
yeah.
watching her and taking care of
And
her.
just dead to the
Dead,
world.
awful. Would have been the worst owner
Yeah,
ever. Um, so yeah, it was a good time though.
yeah.
I think
I
everyone,
also was in the same state
yeah,
too, where like, because I stayed up, you put yourself to bed
I did.
early,
I forced
which,
myself to go to
yeah,
bed after one of the little scuffles. We
yeah,
won't get into it, but one of the little scuffles. And in my head, I was like, I'm bringing a certain energy and vibe to this party. I need to go because I'm already,
it's now contagious.
yeah, I need to
Yeah,
go. This is definitely something I started. I need
yeah,
to just exit myself out of
yeah.
the room and take myself out of the equation.
And yeah, I stayed up a bit later, which was I should have put myself to bed too, right around the same time you did,
Mm,
because when I woke up the next day, yeah, I was out for the count like the whole day. Like I
mm,
laid in bed pretty
mm,
much until about 8.
yeah.
Like the only times I got up was to get DoorDash because me and my lady were just like
Hmm.
she also was just like, I'm thirsty. I'm just like, why? Go get it yourself. It's
Yeah.
just like you know where it's at. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, I should probably get myself some too. And then
Yeah,
I
man. Thank
loaded
God we
up with
had that
Gator.
Gatorade.
Yeah,
Oh man, that was yeah,
that was
definitely the
clutch.
move. Yeah.
Yes. I'm so glad we didn't use it all too.
Oh, dude, it would have been that thing would have just been
So
fruit.
sugary.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, if we'd filled it up to the top, yeah.
yeah, but I mean, we weren't too far from the top.
No.
Yeah,
This was just a long-winded excuse on why we didn't watch football on Sunday.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. I tried
Um,
to watch some of the highlights.
that was pretty much yeah for me too. It's just like I watched some of the highlights and I'm just like,
Wow, that was an upset.
yeah,
Wow, like
wow,
the Browns
sick,
really won. JMO's back. Cool.
sick,
Yeah.
and it's just like yeah, we were just dead to the world
Mhm.
on Sunday.
So I did a little bit of research. I don't have a ton of notes,
No, me neither.
so this is probably a shorter
Yeah, shorter
episode.
episode, but yeah, that again, long-winded excuse on why we didn't watch much
College,
sports.
we did a little bit more of college
Yeah,
because yeah. So
because I was handling some side project stuff on the
mm,
side
mm,
on Saturday. So like I didn't really see much of the beginning part of the day. Then I came
mm,
in for the Husker stuff
yeah,
and watched the game there.
mm.
Uh but yeah, that we
Iowa
watched some of the
Iowa
games
State was
on a bye.
yeah on a
Yep.
bye.
So we'll hop into we talked a little bit about UFC. So we'll go into the top 25 of college football. Pitt beat Syracuse 41 to
Well, this
30.
is last week.
Yeah, last
Yeah,
week.
the last week's game.
Yeah. Boise State beat UNLV 29 to 24.
Mm.
Um
Oh my God.
and
Yeah,
I think we called that one a close game too. Um Oregon beat the dog shit out of Illinois 38 to 9.
yeah. Welcome to the Big Ten, buddy.
Penn State beat Wisconsin 28-13. Ohio State beat Nebraska 21-17. You said you wanted to get into it a little bit more or not?
Yeah. So I showed you a couple clips
Yeah.
to because I wanted a non-biased thing. Um, I felt like right before the half, we were cooking, we were driving down the field. I don't think the plan was to settle for a field goal.
Mhm.
Um, we get a first down well beyond the first down marker, and clock still running, which at a point you kind of have to get on the coaching staff to either call your timeout sooner because
Yeah.
I believe they had one timeout left, or like, and I mean they as soon as they kind of realize they're like, hey, we need a fucking we need to
Mhm.
get going. Um, so that and then it was still just shit that I was saying where
Yeah.
Nebraska needs to perform in these moments. Like I think if I'm remembering correctly, if I'm going back into the game, I think we had the final like we had the final drive, and I think Dylan threw a pick. Go up to play by play if you don't
Oh, I also just want to say on Sunday, I wanted to throw up the whole time on Sunday,
mind.
but I just did also not want to throw up too.
Yeah.
I hate that feeling where it's just like I know it's there, but I
Hmm.
can't, but I also don't
Don't
want it to
want to.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel
Um,
all the way down. Yeah. So we had the ball, and that's the thing I'm looking at. Like
yeah.
we had the ability to have the last drive, go down the field and score,
Mhm.
and that we needed a. So I'm not gonna sit here and say X, Y, and Z about the refs
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, like with the whole shenanigans on right before half. I mean, there was the offensive pass interference that
Yep.
was awful, straight up awful.
Mhm.
We still got points out of it,
Yeah.
and we still had plenty of time in the rest of the game to do something about it. Defense showed up, wasn't really concerned. I think fucking it exposes Ohio State a little bit being not as scary of a team as people think they are
Yeah.
because they projected us to fucking beat us by over 25
Yeah.
points. Ridiculous.
Mhm.
Like it was four. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's a number four school in the country
Yeah.
that we're fucking playing with. So that is one of those things that people are fucking, oh my god, Coors Nebraska,
Mhm.
lawn. But I mean, like, if you watch the game, we had
Yeah.
every chance to win that game. I think as we play, like, I can see us winning out the rest of the
Mhm.
season and going to a bowl game.
Yeah.
Great. First time we've done it in a long time. Um, and I think next year when we play them and Dylan gets a little bit more experience, um,
Could be a different story.
it's going to be a
Yeah.
completely different story. And I think that's the thing. And I mean, like Nebraska doesn't have a ton of name power behind us, where it's like, oh, we have this kid who's
Mhm.
ranked number X, Y, and Z in the nation. Like the
Yeah.
only big name people that we have is Dylan Rail, who's the number
Yeah.
one rookie out of the class.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. He is a fucking true
True freshman.
freshman.
Yeah.
Like he's a young guy. I don't expect him to go out there and
Ball out.
well, I would love him to,
Yeah.
but it's just in those certain moments. He's only going to get better from here.
Mhm.
Um, I think UCLA is a tougher game than maybe we want to like admit
Admit. Yeah.
out loud. I think we're all like we're going to win.
Mhm.
I think you're kind of foolish if you think we're going to go in there and just starch them.
Yeah.
Just because if you look at the teams that UCLA has, and we'll get into this in a minute, but if
Yeah.
you look at the teams that UCLA has lost to, they're all super competitive top 10 Big
Mhm.
Ten teams.
Yeah.
So, um, you know, and that's what I was telling people about the rest. They're like, oh, we would have had that game if the rest weren't on it. So like, yeah, we still had that last drive
Yeah.
to go down there and fucking
Mhm.
shock the world, prove
Yeah.
everyone wrong.
I was actually cheering for them.
Yeah,
I
you
really
were, yeah,
like part of it was for selfish reasons because
yeah.
if they lost, it would mean
Well,
potential better standing for an Iowa State. But
and you were
like,
like, I like underdogs a
yeah,
little bit more traditionally.
I've always liked the underdogs. That's also probably why I've been an Iowa State fan for so long,
Yeah,
just because like we have consistently been the underdog. and every time I pick the underdog,
Hmm.
it goes poorly for me. But yeah, um,
Texas and
Texas
Vanderbilt.
beat Vanderbilt 27-24. They put up nets at the game to stop Texas fans from. Oh no, that was at the Tennessee game.
No, no, no.
Oh
You're
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So for Vanderbilt's next game
No,
next week, they put up.
no. That was for this game.
I thought it was for Tennessee.
No, it was for
Okay.
it was for Texas because Texas threw the water bottles on the field when they had that pass
Yeah. Oh,
interference
because
call.
of the.
They were going
Yeah.
versus Georgia,
Okay.
and Vanderbilt saw that and they're like, no.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Miami beat Florida State 36-14. A&M beat LSU 38-23.
which did we call that for the upset alert?
I think we
I
did
thought we
or
did.
close. It was like we called that one more of a closer game
Mm.
than yeah.
I couldn't remember, but I thought I was leaning more towards
Yeah.
Texas A&M.
BYU beat UCF.
Mm.
But we also like I had said too, like um has the potential for like being a trap game, but it wasn't. But also UCF kept it closer than expected.
I mean, it's a two-score game
Yeah.
at the end of the day. Notre Dame starched Navy,
Yep. 51-14.
showing them that like you guys had a good run, but get
Here's
out of the
your L.
rankings. Yeah,
Yeah. Indiana beat Washington 31-17. Missouri
Indiana's legit, man. They need to be
yeah.
higher on the rankings.
Missouri lost to Alabama 34-0.
I was wrong on this one.
I thought Mizzou was
Mizzou
going
was
to
gonna
do a
be
lot
better.
better.
I
Yeah.
thought so too. Couldn't fucking
Yeah.
do
And
anything.
even though Kansas has been dog shit, the one game they decided to start playing out or balling out was against K-State just to lose uh 29-27. So KU had the lead going in the fourth quarter
Mm-hmm.
and kicked 2 field goals to win the game. Ole Miss beat Oklahoma 26-14. SMU beat Duke 28-27. That was a lot closer than expected. But also Duke was 6 or 5-1 at the time,
Mm-hmm.
so maybe shouldn't have counted them out as much as we did. Going into week 10.
You want to look at rankings first, and then
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll just pull her up on the phone.
I will tell you, one of the game. There's a couple games I'm really excited for this week.
Okay.
So
We're okay.
number one, it's got to be Oregon.
hmm
Number two,
Other side of the country.
it's not Georgia, is it? Is Georgia?
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay.
Number
Uh,
3.
Penn State. Number four, Ohio State. Number five. Um. Oh, Miami.
Yep.
Sorry, I saw it on the screen there. um. Number six. There's no more that I can cheat from.
Okay.
Number six. Oh, that's a fucking. Isn't it an SEC school?
Yes.
It's not Alabama, is it?
Nope.
Oh man, I remember reading it and going like, "Damn, okay." It's not LSU.
Nope. They actually dropped this week.
They were higher up last week.
Yep.
They were higher up and they dropped.
hmm
Did this team just lose?
I forgot who they played last week. But
Who is it? I'm gonna use one of my strikes.
Texas.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 7.
Did I ever say Alabama?
No.
Is it Alabama?
No.
Okay. It's not Iowa State.
Nope.
I didn't think so. Is it an SEC school?
Yep.
Is it LSU?
Nope.
Man, who the fuck would it be? I don't know. Pass.
Tennessee.
Okay. Number eight.
8. They jumped up 4 this week.
Christ. This isn't. No, it's not Indiana, but it should be Indiana. Is it?
Indiana stayed in the same place.
Wait, was that?
Indiana stayed in the same place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think that's criminal.
Yeah.
These guys jumped up 4.
Yep. They're an independent conference. They're one of like the 4 teams in independent.
They're not. It's not Army.
Because the Army is in Mountain West, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think. Not 100% certain.
Independent. I don't know.
Notre Dame.
Shit.
Number 9.
This is Iowa State.
No, Iowa State dropped.
Where'd they go?
They dropped technically 1, but they're tied for yeah.
Oh. Okay. I don't know. Who's number 9?
BYU.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I would have thought about that.
A&M. They jumped up 4.
A&M.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Now, Iowa State and Clemson are tied at 11 right now. Clemson dropped 2.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then Indiana State at 13. One team you kept on saying every time for an SEC team.
Alabama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boise's at 15. They jumped up 2. LSU dropped 8 and are now at 16. K-State dropped.
A win?
No, they lost last week. I thought.
I thought we said that we thought they were gonna lose to.
Oh, to Mizzou. Probably because it was so close.
That was Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama beat Mizzou.
Who'd they beat?
That LSU. God damn it. We just fucking talked about it.
All right. We're going.
Yeah, just go back.
Oh, they lost to A&M.
Oh shit, and that's why they jumped up. Damn it. I would have just remembered that.
K-State dropped 1 after, almost losing to KU.
Yeah.
So they're now at 17. Pitt jumped up 1 to 18. Ole Miss dropped 1 to go to 19. SMU jumped up 2. Why did SMU? They did beat a competitive team, but they also barely won.
Yeah.
Army jumped up 2. Washington State stayed at 22. Yeah, Washington State. This team, you hate to see them ranked.
I know it's Colorado.
Yeah.
23. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Illinois dropped 4, and so did Mizzou.
Yeah, both those guys. Yeah.
They're 24 and 25. Yeah, that is our AP
top 25.
Yeah, update.
Yeah, I don't agree with Colorado being up there, especially since so they're gonna probably be in this next week. Who had they really beaten? That's like, oh my god, I can't believe they beaten this team to get in there.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. San Diego's going up against Boise State.
Here's the thing. I know we just lost, but we lost barely to the number 4 school in the nation. Yeah. And that was our, 3rd loss?
Yeah.
What? Colorado's got 2 losses, right?
Yeah.
K-State and Nebraska. One school who is, now they're fucking...
I think K-State is 7-1.
Yeah.
And...
Here's the thing, I'm not saying Nebraska needs to be top 25. I'm just saying Colorado should be either. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe top 30.
Sure. I'll go over top 30.
But yeah, I agree. It's not right for them to be up at 23. Boise State is playing against San Diego in Boise.
That's Friday night game.
Yep.
This game, fucking
Ohio State and Penn State.
4 versus 3. I'm leaning more for Penn State.
Yes.
But I know historically
Ohio State.
Yes.
Duke versus Miami. I want to go with Miami just to keep their undefeated seed.
Season,
yeah. But I mean, they just showed it last week. Duke can stay competitive,
especially versus an ACC season.
Yeah. Ole Miss against Arkansas. Air Force Army. So a couple Army cadets. I didn't send it in.
Oh.
A couple Army cadets snuck into the Air Force Stadium this week and added their own addition because on Air Force Stadium, their seats say Air Force.
Okay.
And it's white seats mixed in with the gray.
Sure.
Army cadets put in a C and an H in front of the fucking air. and just made it the chair force. And it
Damn.
could be seen from I-70 going on or I-25.
That's
It could
fucking
be seen from the
crazy.
interstate.
So
Um,
when something like that happens, is there any discipline
it
type
depends on if they
things?
get caught.
But the army won't be like, I need to know who the fuck that was. They're not gonna
So
go busting down
the
doors
top
and
person might be saying, "I need to know who this is," but other lower middle
mm-hmm.
will probably be like, "Yeah, we looked.
Yeah, yeah.
We looked really hard."
Couldn't figure it out.
Or like
Okay.
they'll get on like their cadet leadership to be like, "Figure out who this is." And they're like, "Oh, we're gonna figure it out." And but like the lower and middle people are gonna be the ones that are more protective and just be
Mm.
like,
Boys with the boys.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
oh, oh, you rascals." Minnesota against Illinois.
I could potentially see, and I like Illinois. They're a good
Yeah,
ball. I could potentially see Illinois
I could
losing to
too.
Minnesota and
Yeah,
getting out of the top 25.
I definitely could see it too. Minnesota is fucking 5-3, and I think they lost to like big name schools. So like, are they really that terrible? Like they're staying
Well,
competitive.
I think one of them was Oregon. One of them's I think Indiana.
One of them was Michigan, Iowa, and North Carolina.
Okay, I'm fucking
And North
way
Carolina
off.
was 1917.
I'm way off. I
Iowa,
didn't
they
get
got the dog shit kicked out of
a
them.
single one right. I'm done.
And Michigan, they kept it close, 27-24.
Yes. Which I was watching that game. They were really close to winning.
Hmm.
I think they should have had that ball, but
And like, that's also one of those rivalry games where like you can never know. Like a Michigan Minnesota game,
mm-hmm.
it's a rivalry game. They're gonna play hard no matter what.
Yeah, the spread has it as a -3 for
Um,
Minnesota.
Michigan isn't in the top 25, but fucking Colorado is.
Yeah, but if you look at who Michigan lost, I mean Texas. Um, okay, I know Texas.
Texas, Washington, and Illinois.
Yeah, like I don't think they should be top 25. Whenever they were still like hanging on the top 25, I
Yeah.
was like, they need to get the fuck up out of there.
I'd rather
Now,
see Michigan than Colorado in the top 25, though.
I would agree on that. But here's the thing: they're probably gonna get an ass whooping.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: Michigan, like I hate to say it, they're not a good ball club
No,
right
they're not a
now.
ball club right now.
They're. I think I saw somewhere that their quarterback retired from college football. Like it was like a fucking. It was. I didn't
Yeah.
send it in because I was like, this is not real.
Yeah.
But then when I was looking at the thing, I don't think he's in there.
Playing anymore?
And Gabriel was it Dan Gabriel or something like
Yeah.
that. Oregon, he's in the Heisman conversation right now. So I think Oregon's gonna
Yeah.
go in there and just show why they're number
Even though
one.
I think it should be Ashton Gentry from
Oh yeah,
Boise.
I think he's doing really well too.
Yeah.
I'm not. Here's the thing: I'm not saying that Gabriel is leading. I think he
Mm,
just kind of
yeah.
is in there. Him, Travis Hunter, and Ashton Gentry.
Yeah. Florida against Georgia.
Yeah, I think Georgia's gonna go in there and handle
Um,
business.
Texas Tech against Iowa State. This is for the dream. For us, for the Cyclones, it's at home. Part of me wishes I could just buy tickets and go for this game,
Mm-hmm.
but also it's just like that's a lot of money after buying tickets for the Cincinnati game.
Mm-hmm. And I get
Which,
paid this weekend, so
yeah,
I'll cheat you the money.
we also got fantastic seats for that game.
Really?
We're row 12 in
We
the
need
lower
to. I need to
section.
go and get some stuff
Yeah,
for because I want to be respectful. I want to show up. I'm not gonna show
yeah.
up in like Husker
I'd like to
gear.
get a Cyclones hoodie to go with my bib.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just because it is
I'm
going to be a
probably
November game.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to
And
be bib, beanie, and hoodie
that's
with some
I'm
layers underneath. Depending on how drunk I get, I might have
mm,
to shed it, but
which
um,
that's not bad. I have a pair of bids. Mine are a heavier
yeah.
set though, so I don't know if maybe I want to get like a lighter weight one.
Um, for this game for Iowa State, again, same thing I've been harping on. I mean, we did just come off a bye, and we're going to be in our toughest part of the season after this bye week.
Mm-hmm.
They need to come in playing hot on offense. They can't be having the same mess ups. They can't like. I'm gonna say Rocco Beck, like in UCF, he really only threw one interception. The other one was a fumble by the receiver, just missing it or like tossing up the ball.
Yeah.
And so like I don't really put the blame on him on that one, on Rocco Beck.
Mm-hmm.
But he needs to come in playing hot. being 100% on the ball with it.
I think if Iowa does their shit, they should have no problem winning this
Yeah.
game. Um,
But Texas Tech has stayed competitive
they
against
have,
other
yeah.
teams, against good teams.
Well,
So,
especially if you know, like you can look in there and you can go like, we can upset
yeah.
these guys.
Yeah.
You know, we can.
And Iowa State is coming in there. I can only imagine inside their locker room right now how fucking nervous they are
Mm-hmm.
because like their history within the like that school is going to be written this game and in the next game too. These
Mm-hmm.
next two games,
Well, you got to think
yeah,
they're probably the coach Matt Campbell is probably going like, hey man, you can't look at all that shit.
yeah,
Let's just focus on the
yeah.
game and go and
And that's
win.
like the coach's perspective, and then as the players, you're just like, I know coach said to fucking not focus, but I'm also focused on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
how can I not? Every time I'm on Instagram, it's just like,
Yeah.
um,
Indiana's definitely
yeah,
whooping up on Michigan State.
yeah. Indiana against Michigan State,
And I think this next week they should be top 10.
yeah. And if they aren't, criminal.
Criminal.
K State against Houston.
I think K State goes
Yeah.
in there and does their yeah.
I also remember seeing preseason predictions. Houston was supposed to be like so good this year. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, oh fuck, we have to play against Houston, K State, Texas, like all these
Mm-hmm.
teams that were supposed to be preseason.
And then they fell. I think
Yeah,
weren't they ranked at the beginning of
I
the
think they
season?
were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Texas A&M against South Carolina, Louisville against Clemson,
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky, Tennessee, and then Pitt versus SMU. That's going to be a good game to watch. But honestly, good weekend for college football.
Hey, absolutely.
You got Friday night, fucking Boise State. I I haven't watched a game, but looking at the highlights, I'm like, man, I wish I did watch this game. But
What do I work Friday?
and then you got Ohio State and Penn State starting.
In the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
starting
Noon kickoff.
Saturday.
Yeah.
At least if you're in Central Time.
Sure.
Um,
Ooh, I work 9 to 5 on Friday, so.
perfect timing for you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to finish out the night. You have Pitt and SMU,
Mm-hmm.
two top 25 teams. Should be a game to watch. And then Nebraska, you were kind of talking about it too.
Yeah,
Against,
Nebraska, UCLA.
yeah. Is Colorado on a bye this week?
They have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're officially ranked. I mean, yeah, that's a game that we should go in there and win.
Yeah.
It's at home, I believe. Um, you guys already played Houston.
Yeah.
I think you're thinking of Utah again.
No, yeah, I was looking at Colorado who they played. So,
Oh, so they get Texas Tech right after you guys.
yep. So they played against North Dakota State, or they played against North Dakota State,
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska, Colorado State, which they whooped up on. Baylor almost lost to.
Mm-hmm.
UCF wiped the floor with them.
Mm-hmm.
K State lost.
Yeah, and I think people were like, "That was a close game." I didn't think it was a close game.
Arizona 34-7,
Beat
and
the
then
dog shit out of them.
Cincinnati 34 to
Which, don't
23.
get me wrong, they're having good games,
Yeah.
but these aren't like ranked teams.
Mm-mm.
They're not teams that's like, oh my god, they just beat them. They should, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, if they beat someone that was ranked, look at their schedule. They don't play anybody that's ranked.
Nope. And they're playing against, I mean, they have Cincinnati, who's just below them, Texas Tech, who's just below them. The only team that they played that's been above them is K State.
Yeah.
In the Big 12 standings, at least.
Exactly.
Yeah, they haven't played West Virginia. They lost, or they played Baylor and almost lost.
Yeah, they're 6-2 and third in the Big 10.
Yeah.
Why are we celebrating
Or
these guys?
Big 12.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, Big 12. I don't think I'll never
Fourth in the Big 12, actually.
No, they
Because you
tied.
got BYU, Iowa State, K State, and then Colorado.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I just said I was looking up there.
Oh, they could be tied for it then, since they're both 4-1.
Yeah, whenever
Yeah.
yeah, with a bye and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Even though I don't know why
Yeah.
they would be
And then they have,
because I mean, if you're looking at overall, they still.
and then at the end of the season, they have Utah, who's fucking fourth from the bottom, Kansas, who's second from the bottom, and Oklahoma State. So they got an easy path after Texas Tech. So it's just like, this doesn't make sense to me on why they're ranked.
No,
it also doesn't make sense to me on why Iowa State is ranked so highly. But I'm also not complaining. Um,
I think what it was is like you guys took Iowa's number,
yeah,
which was
like 22 or 23 or something like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
and then just there were so many upsets that you guys just kept like riding
yeah,
that wave, and I mean you guys were looking good,
yeah.
so you guys kept riding that wave, and then at one
It's
point
like,
you guys ended up at 9,
yeah,
and the whole world was like, wait a minute.
hold up, you guys shouldn't be in this conversation right now.
Yeah, I think it's like, wait a minute. If you compare everyone else, like there's one oddity.
Yeah,
Like, yes, they're undefeated, but look who they
yeah,
played.
yeah.
Like,
And like, there's one thing that I keep on seeing. It's like these posts from like ESPN and stuff like that. Only undefeated teams in the country, and there's 8 of them. And I'm
mhm,
sort of like,
we're there.
that's me. That's my team. Here we are, guys.
It is an odd bunch.
Yeah,
Indiana, Miami, you
yeah.
guys,
Here,
like
let's. Oh, undefeated teams. Ah, I just clicked on
it's a brand apparently. Undefeated sweatshirts and footwear. And
after week 9. So the Army Black
oh
Knights,
shit, yeah, I forgot about the Army.
Army, Miami. Gotta let the
Pitt.
Carhartt ads load up. Pitt, Indiana, Oregon, Penn
Yeah.
State,
Hmm.
BYU Cougars, Iowa State Cyclones, and that's the end.
Yeah.
And it's just like we got 2 Big 12 teams in there, which I'm happy for that. Um, and then we have Penn State and Oregon Big 10,
Indiana, Big
Indiana
Ten.
Big 10, Pitt ACC, Miami ACC, and then Army and Independent.
Yeah.
So it's just like not a whole lot of range. We got 2 ACC, 3 Big 10, 2 Big 12, and 1 Independent.
Hmm.
Like that's pretty wild to see.
Yeah, but there's just other teams that I would love to see
Yeah,
ranked before Colorado.
yeah.
I just don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I think it's a popularity
Is
thing.
this becoming the Colorado hate podcast?
Maybe.
Not only is it
Do you guys
Detroit.
play them next week?
No, we don't play them in all this season.
Oh, sorry. I meant next year. I'm sorry.
Potential. I don't know. The
They don't have that stuff.
schedule hasn't came out yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't come out until like beginning of the summer.
Oh.
I think is when the schedule comes out. Hey, Jules. Hey. Um. Then we're gonna go into last week's NFL, which we did not watch any of it except for maybe a
I
little.
I
Oh no, we watched
Thursday
Thursday.
night.
Yeah.
It was good to have the boys back. It was
Yeah.
so fucking good to have Cup, Puka come back. Especially, I don't think people expected Puka. He was on like, a lot of
No.
people's bench. He was on the bench of the guy who was
To
playing
yeah,
you.
and I barely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he was in that game, do you think you would have lost?
Oh, 100%. But also
What
like
was the difference of your guys' score?
I had one. Oh shit, we should have talked about fantasy before.
Okay, we talked fancy.
Yeah. This is
Did I
this
tell
is.
you I brought pre-workout for the first time?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a low stim, or there's no stim, but it's like a pump one.
Oh nice.
Because I feel like I just don't feel like I'm getting a
Yeah.
pump right now, so I'm gonna try
Yeah.
this for a little bit.
So last week I went up against. He's now at the bottom of our league.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't have to
but
worry about a punishment.
uh, I won 112 to 99. I also left.
And he had like 13 points, so
Yeah.
yeah, that would have been a
Yeah,
really
he
close game
had.
for you guys.
Yeah, Nakua had 14 points, but
Yeah,
also I left.
you had a ton
Darnell
of points on the bench.
Darnell Mooney had 16 points. He was on my bench. Ramondre Stevenson had 22 points. Also, like he had been playing like dog shit though, so it's just like leave him on the
But hey,
bench.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey, applaud you, man. You fucking broke 1,000 points for the
Yep.
season. First one to do it, and
In
by a margin. The next
yes,
closest
is
is
902.
yeah, and he was fifth place. Which
Yeah.
I don't know how you're second best scorer in the league
Yeah.
here.
Well, that was like my problem last year though.
He's 4-4.
Yeah. Well, he's doing better than I was last year.
Yeah.
But because that's pretty much how it was. Like I was in number 3, best scorer. But
How many more games are left?
Well, we're in week 9, and there's
One,
17
two,
weeks.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, not including
The playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I
So
can I can I
you
can
got a
come back.
chance.
I can
Yeah.
come back. But
Um.
I need to win out. I need to go 9-6
Yeah.
to maybe squeak
And
in.
Tucker Kraft, my tight end, which George Kittle played better than him. 15-30. Like Lamar and Derek. Lamar pretty much carried me for this game. With 24 points.
Oh, he had like 4 touchdowns or something
Yeah.
like that.
And then George Kittle also like carried me too with 128 yards of passing and like 6 receptions and 1 TD pass.
Not for
Yeah.
like 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I
Um,
think
and Chris Boswell too, getting me 14 points. Being the GOAT, best kicker of all time. Uh,
I'm sorry, did you say Chris Boswell is the best kicker of all time?
in my biased opinion, yes.
He's the best Steelers kicker of all time.
Yeah, you had 2 PATs, 130 plus, and then 120 plus, or 320 plus. But yeah, fucking who? How'd the rest of it go? Did he draft him? Beat Auto Draft Dream Team 148 to 123. G-Man's team beat Two Girls One Cup 109 to 92. Coming for You beat Amara Dagan 116 to 81. Run the Jewels beat Tom I'ma Kiss Your Kids Brady 106 to 92. OJ Was Framed beat Epstein's Flight Log 108 to 91. Which at one point, looking at that, it looked like Epstein's Flight Log was about to beat OJ Was Framed. It was looking pretty fucking close, but one of his players just shit the bed. And I was just like, I really needed this to
Give yourself a little bit more
yeah.
of a cushion.
But I'm going against OJ Was Framed. Oh, I did not go over our current standings. So I'm still in first at 8-0. OJ Was Framed is 7-1 at number 2. G-Man's team is number 3 at 5-3. Two Girls One Cup is number 4 at 5-3 as well. Did he draft him is 4-4 at number 5. Coming for You, number 6 at 4-4. Auto Draft Dream Team 4-4 at number 7. Epstein's Flight Log 3-5 at number 8. Tom and Kiss Your Kids Brady number 9 at 2-6. Run the Jewels number 10, 2-6. Amara Doggin 2-6, and then Patty and Mahomes at 12.
Should be Patty and Mahomes, I thought.
Yeah, Mahomes. Um, yeah, I don't think Patty and Mahomes is going to be coming out of there for a while, and will probably end up. This is my mid-season prediction. Amara Doggin and Patrick and Mahomes are going to stay at the bottom.
Yeah.
In my personal opinion, I think we could see a comeback from you.
I would love it.
Depending on if CMC comes back, which I don't think he is. Epstein's Flight Log definitely does have a chance. He showed the fight last week. Um, Coming for You and Did He Draft Him, I think are gonna jump up the leaderboard as well in the coming weeks. But going into this week's matchups, so I'm going up against OJ Was Framed, so 1 and 2 are playing against each other. Auto Draft Dream Team against Run the Jewels, which I think you definitely have a chance.
Yeah, I think so. I'm
Yeah.
projected to win, but I never
Yeah.
love those projections.
Me neither. Me and number 2's is a 50-50 split right now. G-Man is going against Amara Doggin, which both of them have. Christian Kirk is out, so G-Man needs to put in a wide receiver, which all he has is Calvin Ridley. He has not paid attention to his team. Coming for You is going up against Did He Draft Him, which that is a middle of the pack battle right there to determine how that shit goes. Two Girls One Cup is going up against Patrick and Mahomes, and then Tom and Kiss Your Kids Brady is going up against Epstein's Flight Log, which, yeah, there could be some more change to the fucking leaderboard compared to last week's.
For me, that would be great right now.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
If me, if
It sucks because I need. Well, I guess potentially if I'm looking at this, the two people that I need to really lose is Epstein's flight log and Tom and McKissick Kids Brady. Problem is they both play each other.
yeah,
So if Tom and McKissick Kids Brady wins, but I beat him in points,
hmm
then we'll all be tied for 3 and 6,
yeah,
but I'll have more points.
yep.
Um,
And that means Epstein's flight log jumps down to number 10.
yeah.
Yep. And then Auto Draft Dream Team going up against G Man. That's going to be a game. Um,
I thought I'm
'cause-
playing Auto Draft Dream Team.
oh no, yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Um,
Which it
yeah,
would be any of these 4-on-4 teams. Like for me to get into the playoffs, I need a lot of people to lose. Like it's
yes,
definitely one of those things that I need to win out,
yeah,
and I need people to lose, which
yeah.
is
If I keep on scoring the way I do,
oh yeah,
um,
you're a lock. Like
I'm not going to say it now, just because mathematically
yeah,
there
that's
still is
still
a chance.
yeah.
But
You could
like,
lose out and go 8-7.
yeah,
Yeah, which would be crazy.
I would hate that and I would kill myself.
Hmm.
But also with my star receivers fucking dying, and I'm waiting on that one person. I'm just gonna say him since no one else watches Tillman. I'm gonna look at him another week because that was his first week with Deshaun Watson.
Sure.
So like it could just be a fluke.
Hmm.
And part of me is just like, please, please don't let this be a fluke because I really need a good number one receiver
Yeah.
to jump in on my team because Alan Lazard is questionable. Um, Chris Godwin's out. Rasheed Rice is out. And then now Lamar Jackson's questionable. But
Hmm.
also, it's just like looking at it, according to Baltimore Banner's Jonas Schaffer, Jackson appeared to be dealing with some discomfort in his core after the Ravens Week 8 loss to the Browns. Spoiler alert. Um, he played through the issue and threw for 289 yards plus 2 scores, meaning this is likely to recover a recovery day for the veteran passer. Josh Johnson took the first team reps in practice. Jackson should be able to play through whatever is ailing him on Sunday. So fantasy
I'm
managers
surprised
can
the ball
contain their
real quick.
panic for now.
I didn't think you had anything to worry about. Oh my god.
But I mean, for him and Henry that are dragging my team along,
No, don't get me wrong. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
I 100% get it.
I kind of want to look ahead just before we get into the rest of the NFL and look at the next matchups for week 10 through 15, if you don't mind me. At least
Just for
for
you, or are you looking at the whole
all matchups.
the next the next what do you say 4 or 5 weeks?
Uh, just kind of curious to see.
Okay,
Um,
that way
well,
at least you
mainly
can.
just me and you.
Yeah,
So like
because
you're going up
we'll be here
against,
all day.
yeah. So I'm going up against Tom and Kids Brady next week.
I'm going versus Diddy draft him,
Yep.
which yeah, I need to winning those 2 games would be very helpful
Yes.
to help me climb up.
Week 11, I'm going against Auto Draft Dream Team.
I go versus FC Flight Log, another winnable game for me that would
Yes.
help me out.
Then we play against each other week 12, which,
The Matt Bowl.
yeah, Darnell Mooney is out for that game. So,
Oh, bye.
yeah,
Yeah, I got Chris Olave, but I mean, I got people I can put in and
yeah,
not worry about. That's why I have D Hop.
hmm
I picked up D Hop thinking the same thing. It's like
yeah,
I want to give him time to think about like, all right, is this gonna be like
yeah,
resurgence of fucking D Hop, a renaissance
hmm
of D Hop? Are we gonna fucking him and
yeah,
and Patty Mahomes is gonna light it up and
yeah,
did I just get a steal, or is he old and he's not really
yeah,
gonna do anything except for like when they limp to the playoffs and it's like
yeah.
D Hop scores
He's the
again?
greatest. He's
Yeah,
so back, and then
yeah.
next year he retires.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, week 13, I go up against Epstein's flight log,
I go versus 2 girls, 1 cup.
and then did he draft him week 14, and then week 15, I finish out.
My week 14 is Amon Raw Doggin.
So you have a much easier look at your season so far.
Kind of, sort of. Number 15, I got Coming For You, who was my first
Yeah.
win of the season.
Um, and then I got Two Girls, One Cup for week 15.
The only person that I'm most worried about is you. Um, that's the only team. That's the
Yeah.
only game that I would. But I mean, like Madison Slight Log, Auto Draft Dream Team, Did Draft them, Two Girls One Cup. All these guys I can potentially beat, especially since a
Yeah.
lot of their top guys are going down, like Stephon
Hmm.
Diggs
Yeah.
going out and fucking.
That's pretty much what's been also helping me out too. Is that there's so few good players to pick up right
Which
now.
I don't remedy that. I don't like that
Yeah.
people are getting hurt and shit like that. But
But for fantasy,
it's helping me out a little
yeah.
bit.
So now going into last week's NFL after our fantasy coverage.
Now, what I usually say is because I mean, like, here's the thing. I usually say refs, like, even when there's tough calls like that, they you
Yeah.
usually the here's what I say. The Vikings did get fucked. I wouldn't say they
Yeah.
got fucked out of a win. It
But
definitely sucks. That was a
it would
very
have made that
clear.
a much closer game, a one score game
Well,
than
it
what.
was it was 8 points,
Yeah.
and then with the safety, it became a 2 point or 2 score game, and then they ran out the clock
Yeah.
and we won. Um, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's a very blatant face mask call that
Yeah.
no one saw, and I don't think it's a reviewable play, which
Yeah.
don't really understand because it was. But I
Yeah.
mean, it sucks. You guys. I
Yeah.
mean, here's the thing, man. Like, it's one of those things that it takes away the like. Could they have done it?
Yeah.
So
It
that's
really does.
yeah.
Um Eagles beat the Bengals,
I
which
think we called for the Bengals.
Bengals, yep.
Yeah.
And so I called for Vikings, you called for Rams.
Yep.
And the next game we both called Ravens. And
And
I'd said it too, like the Browns have been playing like dog shit.
but I thought we were like, this is an NFC
AFC,
match
yeah,
or
AFC,
North
yeah,
matchup. Is going to be a close game no matter what.
yes,
I think we're both rooting for Jameson Winston.
yeah,
And I mean, I think it was the final play of the drive. I
yeah,
think, yeah, which I don't know why people aren't seeing more of that
yeah,
highlights of him fucking balling out.
yeah.
But
And then Lions faithful stay
he beat
true,
the dog shit out of
15 to
the
14
Vikings.
or 52 to 14.
Yeah.
Um, Cardinals beat the Dolphins, which that was a lot closer than anticipated.
I think this is the Cardinals won by
Yeah.
last second field goal.
We both picked the Cards, and then we both picked the Jets over the Patriots, which the Patriots came out and played. Um,
I think the Giants got something.
Falcons beat the Bucks, so Kirko stayed dripping like that, and we both picked the Bucks over the Falcons. Um, Pretty much everything else from here on out, we both picked correctly. Um, we both picked Packers over Jags, which that one's a lot closer than I anticipated.
Mm.
Texans beat the Colts 23-20.
Man, I feel like the Texans, like I picked them to
Yeah.
win, and I think they're gonna I think they're definitely gonna win. But every time they win, it's always by like a close margin.
Yeah.
Like it's always like a one-score game. Am I
Yeah.
wrong in saying
No,
that?
you're not
Yeah,
wrong. Like I'm definitely sitting here like, why is this happening
yeah.
tonight? The Saints got mollywopped by the Chargers 26-8.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills blew out the Seahawks 31-10.
Yep.
Broncos beat the Panthers 28-14.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs beat the Raiders
Did you know Bo
27-20.
Nix is like quickly? He's like one of the highest scoring quarterbacks on fantasy right now.
What?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you look at it, he had 3 touchdowns
Yeah.
and fucking no interceptions.
284 yards of passing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Commanders beat the Bears 18-15. Um, which for Jaden Daniels, 326 yards of passing and only one touchdown, that is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, he did not play his best game,
no,
and I mean that was one of the things. The Bears should have won that game,
yeah,
and
the Commanders just came out on top, squeaked by.
I mean, you saw the final
Yeah,
play, like
Um, the 49ers beat the Cowboys 30-24, which we'd said for the Cowboys, like, this is a must-win game for them. And I think everybody on ESPN, all those people were talking about it too.
Mm.
This was a must-win game for the Cowboys. Like, you're going up against the beaten up 49ers.
They both needed this win.
Yeah.
They both did.
And then Steelers beat the Giants 26-18.
Russell's still battling off some of that.
Yeah. That rust.
Yeah.
That rust.
Yeah, I walked into that one, but he's still looking good, man.
Yeah.
I'm if we had early predictions for some awards, definitely kind of looking at him for comeback player of the year early on. I mean, he's only played 2 games so far, so this is like really early.
And now, if he continues it, I can definitely see it.
Yeah,
especially
MVPs, if I'm looking at like Derrick Henry.
Yep. You can make an argument for Lamar.
You can make an argument for Lamar. I like Derrick Henry a little bit more, but yeah, I'm also going to put in Lamar. You can't say no. Jaden McDaniels, offensive rookie of the year.
Yep.
Defensive player of the year, TJ Watt.
Yeah. Cooper DeJean.
Huh?
Cooper DeJean.
Oh, for fucking our white cornerback.
Hey, offensive rookie of the year potentially.
No, well, I don't know.
I don't know what his stats are specifically, but for
Well, let's get into.
Yeah. So currently where we're sitting at in predictions, I'm at 78-44, and Matty Heavy's at 66-56. So there's another good week for predictions for us.
Yeah, I only beat him on the one split we had, and other than that, we had virtually everything the same.
Yeah, and like,
so I'm clawing my way back.
I think this is my analysis of it after doing it for 2. This is our 3rd year of it. We've gotten a lot better, or at least, like, not to toot my own horn, but like compared to last year where we're at, this point of the season, we were much closer together. We were much closer to being 500 than we are right now.
Yeah.
Which, like, I say that's a win for us. We're getting better at reading it and paying attention and whatnot.
Yeah.
It could also just be that we're actually watching more football too.
Maybe.
Now that we got the YouTube TV and Sunday Ticket. But which honestly, like, if and when I move out, I'm gonna have to purchase it for myself too. Yeah.
Great.
So going
Some
into
would say that this year we've been really bringing the boom, and that's what we do. We bring the boom. I don't remember the rest.
Yeah.
But
forgot what that's from.
We bring the boom. That's what we. That's the AJ and the.
I'm blanking.
The Rizzler did something. I don't know. It's those 3 fat Italians that shop at Costco. AJ, Big Justice. I think the other one's called the Rizzler, which
I can't. No. Okay. Yeah. Texans Jets. I'm gonna go Texans.
I'm gonna go Texans too, but the Jets need to start getting wins. And I mean, this is.
Hey, they're just a Randall Cobb away. All right.
Yeah, I love. They're just one of Aaron Rodgers' super friends. They need one more Aaron Rodgers friend to come back in. This is what if the Texans, they can't.
No, they can't fuck around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they keep winning by these 1-score games. Man.
Yeah.
Falcons over Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys Falcons. I'm gonna stay Kirk would be dripping like that. And you like that? I'm gonna go Bills over Dolphins.
I'll also go Bills over Dolphins, but potentially could be
closer. Yeah, just because they got Tua back.
He was back last week. He actually did pretty well. Still lost.
Yeah, he's shouting potato and winking several times. Raiders Bengals. I'm gonna have to go Bengals.
I've never been going for the fucking Bengals.
Well, I mean, it's the Battle of Midway over here, so it's really a toss-up.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm leaning more towards Raiders. I don't know why.
Raiders it is.
Yeah, but I don't like it. I don't like. I don't. I
You feel
really don't.
dirty.
Hold on. Let me look at this a little bit more before I like
Okay.
cement my pick. Because like the only thing that's like really getting me is Max Crosby, and it's like,
Yeah.
is he himself really going to do? Excuse me. Ugh.
Oh, you dropped Jerry Judy?
No, I picked up Jerry Judy.
Oh, okay.
Um, can you click on,
The Gamecast.
please?
I sure can, good buddy.
I just need to look at some stuff here. Okay, the
So
matchup predictor. Gardner Minshew's not. Oh, okay, fucking yeah, that's right. Fucking the games that they lose because like their offense is making all these points to the defenses, and I don't think that's gonna happen with. Okay, all right, sorry. Yeah, go ahead and put me down as the Bengals.
okay.
So I looked at the previous five, and yeah.
I was about to say, like, bro, you're like, I don't like it.
I
It's
was
just
sitting
like,
there, I was like,
do
I
you need
don't
to go
want
take a shower because you feel dirty?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I felt awful.
Brown Chargers versus the
I'm going
Browns.
Browns.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
I
I
think the
think,
Browns are gonna really ride behind fucking Nick Chubb and JMO,
yeah.
and I
So
think
my personal opinion is that it's a what I'm gonna start coining the AFC North fluke.
okay,
Just like because it is those tight knit rivalry games in the AFC North, they play
sure.
a whole lot harder.
So you're saying this week that we're gonna see the Browns?
Yeah,
They're gonna just get exposed and
yeah,
really beat the fuck up
yeah.
by.
But every time they play an AFC North game, it's going to be a tight knit game no matter what.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't agree with it, but that's your if that's how you see it.
that's my after watching the AFC North for years. That's how I've seen it.
I'm gonna go Pats over Titans.
Yeah, same.
Nope.
Yeah, I did.
No.
Oh wait, yeah. Sorry.
You typed it in Titans, and I was like, I did not say that.
It's just like
You're like, yeah, and
that's what's really going on here. I'm fudging up Matt's predictions. Um, I'm gonna go Commanders over Giants,
Yeah, same.
and then Saints over Panthers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Ravens over Broncos. I almost did it
You typed it
again.
in Broncos was like his mind.
My mind is telling me no.
If Lamar was for sure out, I think I would have went
Yeah.
for the Broncos.
But
Because
if he was able to
honestly,
play through the discomfort last week and he just
yeah.
took a couple days off of practice,
Mm-hmm.
okay, because like when I first read it, I'm like,
No.
but then Derrick Henry runs for 50,000 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Eagles over Jags.
yeah.
I like what Saquon's been doing over there.
I'm gonna go.
Oh. Uh,
Because Kyler Murray's been playing well, and so is
these
the Cardinals.
this is tough.
So
I'm leaning
for the
more.
viewers, it's Bears versus Cardinals, and
I might.
I don't want to pick the Bears.
I don't not want to pick the Bears though.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like they also are 0-3 away.
Okay.
So the only 3 games they've lost have been
Okay, wait. Is Marvin Harrison in?
yes.
I'll go Cardinals.
That's what I'm leaning
Oh
towards
my
too.
god, they're almost 50-50.
Yeah. Like it is damn near 50-50 split on the game cast. Yeah, I'm gonna go Cards.
We'll go Cardinals. We got to put our two brain cells together for that one.
Lions faithful over the Packers.
I agree. Rams
Um,
or Seahawks. Hey man, keep picking against us. Keep picking against us.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
It's fine. The Seahawks.
You know what I meant. All right. I'm gonna go
Vikings over
Vikings over
Colts.
Colts.
Even though they got old man Flacco at the helm.
There was one meme I saw. Fortunately, it was on Facebook, so I couldn't send it to you.
Yeah.
And it's just like Anthony Richardson, like, fucking flexing. It's one dude voicing all these people. And old man Joe Flacco just sits and then, like, every time they come to him, he like, huh? Does like the old man, like, fucking.
I was awake.
And he's just like, well, I mean, I just kind of go around to every team. It's like I try and pick out which team has the shittiest fucking quarterback and just join him mid-season. They're like, oh, so who do you have next? And then it's like Trevor Lawrence. It's like the dude's got a wig. And he's like, huh?
Man, if
I want to go Bucks. I don't want to sleep on them.
I don't want to sleep on it either, but they lost Mike
Oh
Evans and
fuck
Chris
yeah!
Godwin. And that's the thing I hate. They were such a high-powered offense.
No, they lost their two top
But I
receivers.
mean, was it Bucky Irvin? He's still great. Kyle Otten is getting touchdowns now. Can you click on that game? Because I mean, what? Chris Godwin's out, right?
Yeah, Chris Godwin's gone.
Is Mike Evans also out, or is he just?
Mike Evans was only injured or like questionable.
Okay, he's out. So
Oh, he's out? Yeah,
he's
damn.
out, but he'll come back. Levante Davis questionable. Yeah, Chris Godwin's on IR. That sucks.
Juju is questionable. And then Slay
I'm still gonna run with the
Moores.
Bucks, even if that's fucking
Just because I
fake.
hate on the Chiefs. Yeah, I'm gonna in solidarity, brother.
Okay.
And then
The Pittsburgh and the 49ers are on the bye.
yep. I know that because I have George Kittle and Chris Boswell. Um oh yeah, that was it.
Yep.
There's definitely a oh yeah, never mind. And for this, I'm gonna highlight it purple. Just so we don't get confused. Mainly me, but yeah. So to wrap it up, both pick Texans, both pick Falcons, Bills, Bengals. I pick Chargers, you pick Browns,
Split.
Pats, Commanders, Saints, Ravens, Eagles, Cards, Lions, Seahawks, Rams.
Yep, another split.
Vikings, and Bucks.
Yep.
So like we only have two splits this week, which I mean we're starting to get at that point of the season though where like
It's gonna be like
yeah,
very few and far between with the
yeah.
splits.
And like I think the only games that are gonna really surprise us are like the Bears and Cardinals. Those like middle of the pack teams that are really good, but have just like lost unfortunately or have barely scraped away with a win. And I hate saying that the Bears are in that conversation, but they
I think the Bears. It, it's that meme that you sent in. It's
yeah.
hilarious. Where it's like
We finally have
Bears
a
started doing good. Fucking the whole
hold up.
entire
AFC North,
yeah,
or NFC North,
I think
just
it's
sits up in their
hilarious.
chair.
Also, isn't it so weird that the dualities of the Norths? Like,
Yeah,
you look at AFC North, it's so like gritty
yeah,
and like nasty and tough
yeah,
football, and then you look and you turn over and it's the NFC is the Bears, the
yeah,
Packers, the Lions. You know, they're
yeah. A gritty team.
but when you look at the rest of the teams in that division, you don't really think about like what the AFC. You
Yeah,
kind of think about it as like that is the fucking biker
yeah.
gang
They're
division
the
of the
they're the
NFL.
greasers over in
Yeah,
the corner, fucking
yeah.
with their leather jackets on, just like
But I like the NFC North right now.
yeah.
It's a good division to watch.
I'm liking both the North and
Yeah,
both conferences.
100%.
They're fun to watch. They're always great games, and I find myself picking a lot of them over any other team, minus the Browns. That's also because I have a deep-seated hatred, but
See, my thing, man, like I like Nick Chubb a lot.
yeah,
I like Jameson Winston a lot,
yeah,
and I think that team, dude, it's such a hard thing, man. Like you see the players speaking out against the treatment of Deshaun Watson. So at a
mhm.
point, I was kind of thinking like, do they like
Deshaun
do
Watson.
they like Deshaun Watson? And I was thinking about it for a while, and then I was like, they must really love Jameson Winston, and
Mhm.
they're gonna try to do their best to blow
Yeah.
out for him. And I think they might be one of those teams that they're gonna go on a run, they're gonna win, and then
Mhm.
right when they need to win like one or two more games to
Yeah.
get into the playoffs, something happens and they're
Yeah.
not gonna get in.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you got to get through Pittsburgh and the Ravens
Baltimore
in that
and yeah,
division, so you're looking at you got to get a wild card
yeah.
spot.
And like I'm just curious because I want to see what the AFC North looks like right now.
I
Um,
think they're number one, and then the Ravens got to be number two. I think they're what are they also 6-2 or are they three? I think what are they 5-3 then?
where the fuck is the? Oh, okay, full standings. So we got Pittsburgh at the top,
Yeah, they're 5-3.
Baltimore and 5-3, and then complete opposite of 3-5 and 2-6 of Cincinnati and Cleveland.
But if you look at the NFC West, my division, those we are so close to one another that
Yeah,
it's such a winnable. It's still a winnable division for us.
yeah.
As long as our players stay healthy, that's such a winnable division for
Mhm.
us.
So like before we finish out here, um, Buffalo Bills are at the top of the AFC
And they're
East.
running away.
Yeah,
The
they're running away with it.
I mean, here's the thing: if Tua didn't get hurt, a lot of those games they should have won. But
Yeah,
they were so anemic on offense
yeah. Um,
that so the Bills, just keep chugging along.
yep. And then you have
Do you
Pittsburgh.
think Miami's gonna make a comeback before the season's over? Maybe they'll at least get a wild card spot and make that division a little bit more interesting. You know what? I'm gonna talk about that because they play the Bills. I'm gonna talk about that next week.
Okay.
Seeing how they do versus
Well,
the
so like
Bills.
they have Bills, Rams, Raiders, Pats, Packers, Jets,
This middle part of
Texans.
the season is pretty favorable for
Yeah.
them.
After the Bills, like I don't want to talk shit on your Rams, but like
That's a game that they potentially could win.
they potentially could
They
win.
could definitely win against the Raiders.
Raiders
They could
definitely
definitely
win.
win the Pats. The
Packers is a much more difficult challenge for them.
mhm,
As long as Jordan Love is
stays healthy
yeah,
and
because he's questionable right now.
yeah, the Jets they
The
could
Jets they
win.
have definite easy win.
The Texans, I don't want to like
Talk shit on the Texans, but like
but
they
their
have
games
been
keep being close.
yeah,
I definitely think that the Texans, if they ball out against the
yeah,
Texans, the 49ers, they stay unhealthy.
yeah,
They could definitely beat the 49ers. Browns, it's kind of a toss up. Okay
yeah,
with that. And then finish the season out with the Jets. Unless the Jets do a fucking major fucking like they get Randall Cobb
yeah,
or whatever else
yeah. They get
Aaron Rodgers needs.
one more Aaron Rodgers super friend. Every time I think of the Jets like having a good season, I just think of that one Bill Burr and Pete Davidson clip.
Yeah.
Clip.
Your
Picks the Jets. They're coming back.
um here's the thing. Pittsburgh, I think they're having an outstanding start.
Yeah. But what scares me is this latter half of the fucking
And
season.
that's what
Ravens, Browns, Bengals, Browns,
yeah.
Eagles, Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals.
Yeah, they're playing a
Like,
lot of their divisional rivals in that second half of the game.
yeah.
And that's what I'm worried about. Like I can still
And
see them making a playoff push.
yeah.
Maybe not getting the division,
No.
but definitely
Getting a wild card spot. Yeah.
yes.
And
Especially if
like
the Ravens keep playing and they stay
fuck, the
healthy.
Commanders are playing good too. So like we have
When
Commanders, Ravens, Browns,
Browns and just
Bengals.
yeah,
It's just like
Browns.
just
That
getting
first game when they're at Pittsburgh versus the Ravens, that's gonna kind of help me
yeah.
gauge a little bit. But
Yeah.
with AFC North ball specifically, the Bengals who are looking bad could have a great game
Yeah.
versus Pittsburgh.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's
This is
yeah.
such the hard part of the season that I can't make a
No.
early like
And it's why like in that NFL power ranking as of week 9,
mm-hmm.
I'm sitting there like I don't agree with Steelers being that high.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like I really
Well,
don't.
you gotta think about it.
Now see if Russell keeps on, getting rid of the rust.
Dude, yeah, I think
Um,
if Russell gets better and better, and dude, some of those touchdown passes were amazing to
yes,
watch. So let's keep
yeah,
going to the other because I can be
um,
here all day talking about NFC
yeah,
North ball.
AFC North, but
Sorry,
yeah,
I'm gonna do that every time.
it's just like with the Big Ten and Big
Yeah, I
12.
know.
Yeah.
It's some sort of
Um,
weird form of dyslexia. I'm sorry.
AFC South,
Dude, this
the
division.
Tex, yeah,
Yeah. Um. So, dude, what if Joe Flacco just goes on a run? He takes them to the
yeah,
playoffs. I still think Houston's gonna get it, like
yeah.
we predicted.
I'm surprised to see Denver this high in the AFC West.
Well, I
And like
mean,
Denver is starting to look like a team you could put in a wild card spot, and it's just
Denver
like,
and the Chargers. I think they're both
yeah,
teams that they're real close to one
yeah,
another.
um,
Especially if the Ravens already sold out,
yeah,
or the Raiders already
yeah.
sold out. Excuse me.
Washington and Philly both have a chance.
Close,
Yeah,
close, not.
and then the NFC North are all positive right now.
They all four could get a playoff
Yeah.
spot.
NFC South.
Falcons and Tampa
Yeah,
Bay is
Falcons and Tampa Bay are really the only ones I could
Remember when
see.
we were sitting here and the Saints went 2-0 and
Yeah.
everyone was
Well, it's
the
because of,
second coming
yeah,
of Derek Carr and what this straight sense.
New Orleans is getting shot up right now. Turned into full on massacre after 2 weeks of no murders.
Look at that.
NFC West, yeah,
4-4, 4-4, 4-4, 3-4.
yeah,
One team's on a bye.
yeah.
Like that
It's just
that
like
division is so
so
like
wide open right
yeah.
now. Anybody's game on that. Um, yeah, it's really tough to call. At least the NFC West, NFC North, and the AFC North.
Yeah.
Those are the really only three divisions that I can say are hard to call right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know I said before finishing out, but this is I swear to God, last thing.
What is this? Yeah, I'm gonna look. I wanna look.
All right, Matt, fuck it.
Fucking, I saw it. Oh, I saw a little bird fucking screaming.
I just love this clip so much.
Hopefully, we don't
Dude,
get.
you're a degenerate gambler, and you're in your mid-50s. Who bets on the Jets? Have you not learned anything about betting? The Jets are gonna come back. No, they're not. They're never gonna come back. They're never gonna come back.
I love that clip so much. It's just like he's staring at him with that old man, fucking pissed off face, like,
I don't know what I'm gonna
yeah.
say yet, but like,
He's just like the only thing I can say as a diehard fan, the Jets are coming back. But yeah, I just had to get that clip out just because I had to watch it. Um.
Dodgers,
Oh
Yankees,
fuck yeah, the Dodgers.
Game 5.
Yeah, they're going to game 5. The Dodgers ended up blowing it, and getting blown out.
I don't want to say blown out
It was
necessarily.
fucking like 11-2 or something like that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Last time I looked, it was 5-3
Okay,
yesterday.
then it was like 11-3 or something.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah,
see that. I did not see that.
yeah.
All
It
I
was like a
saw.
blowout win for the fucking Yankees.
Oh, I must have. Oh,
Yeah,
I did.
fucking look at it. Like it was
I apologize.
okay. And Lamar just now goes from questionable to healthy. All right,
Yeah,
thank
I
God.
told you. I told you it was gonna happen.
I had a mini heart attack right when that happened. I was like,
Yeah, 11-4.
yeah,
My fault. But hey, Yankees need to win out.
yeah. Yankees need to win out. I mean,
So
this could be
at least
immaculate.
force a game 5.
Yeah, it's. I thought you were just in like I want to say blown out. It's like, have you seen the score?
I mean, yesterday, the last time we looked, it was right after we got done with going to Target, and
Yeah,
they hit the grand slam, and I was like, they hit a grand slam. Looked, it was like 3-5, and I was like, still a whole lot of baseball left.
yeah,
And then,
yeah. Just 11 to
okay, so
11 to
I did
4.
not.
Yeah,
I should have before I spoke. I should
yeah.
have saw. My fault.
So yeah, I mean, Yankees need to win out to get this, but who knows at this point right now? So they were about to
Baseball
get
Tom
yeah.
dude, I've called him so many times during the season
Mhm.
or during this series. He has not answered, called me back, or texted
Yeah.
me back. I think he knows.
He's locked in.
And he's just like, I don't want to hear
He
from
was
him.
sit back, and then now he's
Yeah, I called him. I was calling him during game 1,
yeah.
and he did not answer.
Yeah.
And it was right before the Freddie Freeman thing, and I was gonna
Mhm.
tell him. I was just like, yeah, so like, because
What happened to your
when he like I was sitting there like I thought they were gonna come out with
Yeah.
a win. I thought the Yankees. I didn't really get putting Nestor Cortez out there
Mhm.
and doing the intentional walk to load the bases. I was just sitting there like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, what's going on?
but it's all right.
But,
Go out,
fuck, there
have
was
a
something.
good, safe Halloween.
Well, I was gonna say, like, Tom calls you immediately after the Yankees wins. It's just like, after not
Dude,
answering any of
here's the
your
thing.
phone calls.
I genuinely want the Yankees to win.
You do?
Not want. That's not the word I want to use.
I'd rather see them win over the Dodgers.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
closer to what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really
I don't have a dog in the fight personally.
Me neither.
It's more or less just like Tom's
I
a
also just
friend.
like
That's his
seeing
team. I want to see Aaron Judge and just like all the money that they spent,
Yeah.
actually get a ring. Fucking
Mhm.
him, Jazz Chisholm,
Because the Yankees haven't won a World Series since Jeter, right?
yeah, what 2001, 2002.
Yeah. It's
And
been
this
a
would be
while.
ring 28.
Yeah.
So
But we've been dragging on. We actually did a longer episode than
we really thought we did.
Yeah.
'Cause we were like, we didn't watch the games.
Yeah, we didn't watch any football, but we can just ramble on. Thank you guys for coming. Finally getting videos uploaded now.
Yeah, so only midway through the season.
Yeah. It's only it's called a backlog.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am Maddie Light, joined by my co-host Maddie Heavy. Thank you guys all for coming.